welcome back to my channel. So this video is a what I eat in a day video focused around my little playlist about maximum weight loss. So if you are on a weight loss journey and you want to do this through eating whole plant foods, this video will be perfect for you. So what we are looking at today is breakfast, lunch and dinner, no oils, no added fats, keeping things natural, minimally processed starches, lots of vegetables to make sure that that calorie density is low. And let me tell you, if any of these meal portions do not look enough for you, just remember, you can have seconds, you can even have thirds. Don't stuff yourself, but definitely don't deprive yourself. If after a meal you are still hungry, or an hour later, 2 hours later, you're hungry again, have some more food. Feed your body. And if you're feeding your body with low calorie density, but high nutrient density foods, you will feel more satisfied and you will know that you can eat as much as you like and not worry about weight gain. So let me stress that is about having low calorie density foods that have plentiful vegetables. If you are eating bowls and bowls of rice and beans and pasta and not keeping those vegetables in there as well, then there is a chance that weight loss will be more tricky for you. It does depend where you are on your journey and how much you've got to go, but that is something to think about. Keep those vegetables ramped up. They not only fill you up, but they fill you up with nutrients as well. And when your body is full of nutrients, it has less cravings. Less cravings is good. We all want less cravings. So let me show you my meals today. I hope you enjoy them and I will see you guys later. Bye. So today I'm going to make chocolate pancakes with greens on the side. I always use oats to make my pancakes, no flour, and I just put them into a blender. So I'm using oats, banana, chocolate powder, cinnamon powder as well, and I'm having a little splash of vanilla essence, using some plant milk and whizzing that up together. I did half plant milk and half water. Now if you don't have a blender, you can just make rough pancakes by just mashing all of those ingredients together with a fork or a whisk and having rough pancakes, and it works just as good. So into my pan, my medium hot pan, I'm making the pancakes, and I'm going to have some courgette, which is zucchini, over on the greens. Make sure that your pans are nice medium hot. I'm having some liquid aminos, coconut aminos as well, which is a nice umami and sweet flavour. Helps the cooking process and gives a nice flavour to your vegetables. A little bit of water as well, just to get them going and get them cooking. I'm having a big handful of spinach today, and that will wilt down pretty quickly. And I'm just going to flip those pancakes once they start to be firm on one side and cooked on one side. You'll know if they're ready because they will come off the pan quite easily. A little bit more water into the greens, just make sure they cook through. And now it's time to serve. So on your pancakes, you can have whatever fruits you like, maybe some date syrup or maple syrup, something like that. A nice big glass of water for hydration, and I always have a coffee every morning. So I'm serving my pancakes with some strawberries and blueberries today. Date syrup is brilliant. I think it has lower fat as well than lower saturated fats than maple syrup. I sprinkled some more cinnamon on the top, and that was good to go. Always making sure I have that 50-50 plate. So for lunch, I'm making a herby bulgur bean salad. Okay, I'm going to start by grabbing the bulgur wheat, and I'm going to be rinsing that under cold water and making some stock to cook the bulgur wheat in. So let's get going with that. In goes the stock. Cover with a lid and cook that on a medium heat, as per the instructions on your packet. So I took some cannellini beans and drained those, and then I chopped up a quarter of a cucumber, a couple of ripe tomatoes, added those to a bowl, and make sure I got all of the juice from the tomatoes because that acts as part of the dressing. A red onion, chopped very finely. Again, this is personal preference if you like red onion and raw onion in your salads. I love it, so I had half of an onion. Then I picked off my mint leaves, and I love mint as well, so I probably had about 20 fresh leaves there, and I finely chopped those. That also goes in. Gives a lovely fresh, really fresh flavour that you just can't get with dried herbs. Then I added in some fresh parsley as well, again just kind of a handful of it. I didn't weigh this out or measure this out. That goes in as well. I love herbs, so I'm happy to have lots of them. Then about 1/4 of a lemon, which made around a tablespoon of lemon juice. That goes in too. And 1/4 teaspoon of chili pepper or cayenne pepper, whatever you've got. A little sprinkling of salt. And now you can add in your beans. I used about half of the tin and then I'm going to use the rest later. So those are just going to go into my fridge for this evening. Give everything a really good mix so that that salt and the herbs and the chili pepper all gets combined and covers everything. And then your bulgur should be ready. That takes around 10 to 15 minutes. It's lovely, don't overcook it, it will go a bit soggy. You want it to have that texture, and then that can go in as well. I love bulgur wheat, it's so nice. I love the texture and the flavour, especially when it's cooked in stock, it is lovely. So I just mixed that through and that was it. That was what I had for my lunch. Really, really fresh, citrusy, zingy, lovely. Dinner tonight is basil pesto with mash and vegetables. Okay, so I'm going to make a really quick pesto. This is a nice and quick dinner. Here are my ingredients for the pesto. Basil pesto it will be. Then I've got some vegetables to go with it and some mashed potatoes ready made. If you want to know how I make my mashed potatoes super fast, there is a video linked up in the cards above and in the description as well to show you how I make my potatoes. But yeah, let's get this going. Sometimes I can't be bothered to get the steamer out and I will just quickly boil some vegetables because it's even faster than steaming. Carrots take longer than broccoli, so they went in first. And this is how I'm going to make the pesto. So this recipe is inspired by another I found online, but I have altered it so that it is starch solution compliant, and I've added in a couple of things as well. So a really big handful of basil, the rest of those cannellini beans from lunchtime, a large clove of garlic, you could add 2 if you love garlic, nutritional yeast, a tablespoon, and we're going to get some more lemon juice, another tablespoon of lemon juice, and white miso. Half a teaspoon of white miso goes in, a pinch of salt, and a couple of tablespoons of water. You'll see the recipe down below. So when I blended this together, I realised it needed more liquid, and so I added in a few tablespoons of plant milk. This is soy milk. This helped to get to the consistency that I wanted. I heated up my mashed potatoes, added my vegetables, and then added the basil pesto on the top. And that was it. It's a lovely, fresh flavour on top of those vegetables. And here's a little cleaning hack for you. With the NutriBullet or any blender, if you add some lemon and water and then blend that up, that will help to not only clean it, but also remove some of the garlic odour. If you enjoyed this video, please check out the rest of the videos in this playlist. I have other playlists available as well. There'll be something on your screen right now, and I want to just thank you so much for your support, not just for me, but because we all together are spreading the knowledge and the word of eating whole foods plant-based and how important it is to get back to eating a more nutritious diet. So when you give a like to this video or you share it with someone else that you know and love, it really does help everybody. So let's please do that too, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.